Hello everyone and welcome to another game of Squirrels Baseball. I am Aaron and we are finishing off this series against the Cubs before having an off day tomorrow. I think it's how we usually do it in the first game. Everybody? I think that's everybody. Change the lineup around a little bit. There we go, something like that ought to work. So yes, after this game, we fly off to Arizona to finish up this road trip, although it's really it's more of a break because we get 3 games at home against, I think it was Colorado, and then we're right back on the road again for 2 series in a row. So, logging a lot of flights here through this stretch of the season. Though, you know, it's gone pretty well, so I can't complain. Cubs didn't look real hard, but I looked from the glance I got, looked to be the same lineup that they have been fielding, which has been scoring runs, just not enough of them against us. Although today, they've got Carlos Zambrano on the mound, who numbers don't look great this season, so maybe he's approaching retirement. I think he was retired. Well, actually, I'm pretty confident he was retired at this point in 2014. I think for sure he's been retired for a few years, but he has definitely shut us down on more than one occasion. Phil's going to lead things off today with the bench guys in the lineup. Let's see. Zambrano made his debut in 2001 and retired after... So I'm trying to remember. I don't even think he had a full season in Miami in 2012. Well, maybe he did, actually. He did start 20 games and got in 15 others, so... In any case, Phil strikes out after working the count full. Sweeney will bat next. He typically loves hitting in this ballpark. Looks at strike one. Gets it in the air, but not very deep. Carlos Quentin, I didn't think was going to get there, but he does make the play. So 2 away, nobody on base. Our Quentin at the plate. Looks at strike one. He will bat left-handed. So if you're new around here, Quentin is one of our 2 switch hitters on the team. Marvin, our usual center fielder, is the other one. Quentin gets a base hit out into left field, so that will bring Terry to the plate. Hit a 2-run home run yesterday, which at the time looked like just extra tacked-on runs, but ended up being the difference, as we ended up winning 4-3. Strikes out in this at-bat, though, and that will end the inning. So the Squirrels with a hit, but no runs. The Cubs will start off with Meisert as tourist, as per their usual this year. We'll see the defensive lineup that we came up with today. And Graves is on the mound. First pitch, a slider in there for strike one. That pitch down in the dirt makes it 1-1. There's a called strike on a fastball. Changeup is in there for strike 3. 1 away, here's Santana, who's actually had a pretty decent series against us. Just like I said, the Cubs have scored runs in every game this series. They just haven't been able to score enough. Right now, I didn't look this up or anything, but I think as Santana grounds out to third, that the Cubs are tied for 5th, well, like I said, technically be 4th in the division with the Pirates, who are both like 2 games in front of the Brewers. Brewers, I do believe right now, have the worst record in the majors. Just a couple games behind the Padres and Yankees. Maybe the Twins. Twins are way down there, too. Carlos Pena strikes out swinging. That ends the first inning. A 1-2-3 start for the Cubs. Zach will lead things off for the Squirrels in the second. We are still scoreless. Brano puts a splitter in for strike one. Zach with the line drive out into left center. That's going to roll all the way back to the wall. Zach on his way to second base, and he'll be in there. Well, it could have been a stand-up double. He opted to slide, but he didn't need to. All right, here is Miyake then. Runner in scoring position for the first time today. Puts a ground ball up the middle. Oh, boy. Well, I don't know if you call that a base running error or just poor luck. So Miyake ends up grounding into a double play. Zach was trying to retreat to second on that ground ball and ended up getting tagged out before the throw to first. He probably would have been thrown out if he tried to take third, but it probably would have avoided the double play, so that was probably his better option there. But like I said, we said it yesterday anyway. We're not the greatest base running team, and that might have been hard to think of on the fly. Martinez strikes out looking, and that will end the inning. The leadoff double leads to nothing afterwards. We get to the bottom of the second inning, where Carlos Quinton will lead things off for the Cubs. First pitch from Graves is blooped out into left field, and it will land in front of Quinton for a base hit. First Cubs base runner of the day brings Rongo to the plate, who is a good hitting catcher, though we have kept him in check this year. Can't say that for all the Cubs, but actually as of late we've done okay with David Ortiz as well. Rongo grounds into a double play a little more conventionally. Mark it down 6U3. That will bring Orlando Cabrera to the plate. He's gotten, I think he was 2 for 3 yesterday, or 3 for 4, something like that. He looks at strike one. Looks at strike two. This is fouled away. Swing and a miss, strike three. That'll end the inning. The Cubs also start off with a leadoff hit, but can't turn it into anything. So we'll go to the third inning. Graves is going to lead things, or sorry, Joey first. Joey will lead things off for the Squirrels. Getting ahead of myself here. And he will look at strike one. Sorry, got an email in the middle of doing that. Joey with the 1-1 count. Grounds this one to third. A high hop as Turris throws to first, but not in time. That is correctly scored an infield hit. That high enough hop it allowed Joey to get there. Not the fleetest of foot, but worked out. Graves at the plate. He's been relatively dangerous as a hitter, at least by his standards. Usually he's the one struggling to hit 100. This year he's been in the 220s, 230s all year. It's got a 2-2 count at the moment. That one will run outside. It's a full count. Now he's showing bunt. I don't know if I agree with that one, but he does get the bunt down, and it'll be a successful sacrifice. Not the end of the world, just a curious time to do it. That'll bring Phil to the plate, who has been hitting pretty decently as of late. A runner in scoring position with one out. This is ground right to second base, but Joey's able to make it to third, which is where the throw goes, but it's not in time. Definitely should have taken the out there, but runners on the corners with only one out. Sweeney really just needs to get this into the outfield. He'll look at strike one. That is not going to make it to the outfield. A bloop to shortstop. That means Quinton likely needs a hit to score a run here, unless we get a wild pitch. Quinton up to the task, puts it out into right center, rolls all the way to the wall. One run in. Phil is going to stop at third. Maybe a good choice. He's, I think, the slowest member of our team. But the Squirrels take a, I think still call it early, 1-0 lead. Terry at the plate with 2 runners in scoring position. Still 2 outs, though, as he looks at strike 1. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll end the inning, but the Squirrels do get 1. We go to the bottom half of the 3rd inning, where Telemaco will lead things off. Graves will start him off with a slider in the dirt. Fastball too low again, makes it 2-0. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss again, that'll make it a 2-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3, that time on the changeup. 1 away, here's Stultz. He's had a few hits in this series. Looks at strike 1. Grounds this one off to shortstop, Joey to first. 2 away, and here comes Zambrano, who is a dangerous hitter. Though apparently not so much this season, only hitting 158 and no home runs. He was very proud to be a good hitting pitcher when he played. For you younger folks that might not remember, well, or might not have been there. He'll swing and a miss and strike out. That will end the 3rd inning. Squirrels still up 1-0, and they will start off with Zach at the plate in the 4th. Zach hit a double in his first at-bat and then was unfortunately doubled off. It was just hit just right, basically, to be real trouble. Zach is down 0-2 in this at-bat. So you will watch that splitter hit the dirt. Grounds this one to Cabrera. That'll be the first out of the inning. Here's Miyake, who he's just credited with the ground out, but I mean, it was a double play. Just maybe not a conventional one, but it was a double play. It's got an 0-2 count at the moment. Grounds this one a high hop to Santana, though he will have time. Of course, that's a much shorter throw than from third. 2 away to Martinez, who struck out looking in his first at-bat. He has had, again by his standards, just a fantastic offensive season, though he's now 0-2 today. We'll move on to the bottom of the 4th inning, still 1-0, and the Cubs back to the top of their order. They do have a hit, but they, like us, immediately ground into a double play as soon as that happened. Istura struck out in his first at-bat. One of 5 strikeouts for Graves, the first time through the Cubs order. He is currently, it's an 0-2 count. There's a called strike 3. I don't know why the recording freaked out there for a minute. Here's Santana. He swings and misses at the first pitch. I don't remember if he struck out the first time up or not, but he's got an 0-2 count right now. He will look at a backdoor curve for strike 3. 2 away, here's Carlos Pena, who definitely struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike 1. Fouls that off his foot, makes it 0-2. The pitch runs outside, that'll make it 1-2. Ground ball towards the middle, but not quite there. Wasn't hit hard enough. Phil's able to pick it up and get it to first in plenty of time. 1-0 Squirrels as we move into the 5th inning, where Joey's going to lead it off. Joey got a base hit in his first at-bat. Pops this one in the air. Looks like it's going to be well placed right in between the outfielders. That'll fall in for a base hit. So here's Graves. He put down the sac bunt. It looks like he's going to try to do it again. This one down the third base line. It does stay fair, and it is a successful sacrifice. There's Phil at the plate with 1 out and a runner in scoring position. Watches that splitter run inside. back up the middle, but oh, well. Joey tried to retreat and then realized it was too late and could have gotten into a rundown, but just gave himself up instead. Sweeney's going to ground this one to second base, and that will end the inning. We go to the bottom of the fifth. Carlos Quinton will lead things off for the Cubs. He has the lone Cubs hit so far today. Squirrels still leading 1-0. Graves puts in a fastball for strike one. It's another base hit out into left field. Quinton will get it back in to keep it at a single. Quinton 2 for 2 accounts for both Cubs hits so far. Here's Rongo, who ground into a double play his first time up, and which is why the Cubs have still gone down in order. This one goes off of Graves. Will it be another double play? No. Rongo just beats it out at first base. So here's Orlando Cabrera with the runner on first and one out. So he looks at strike one. Pitch a bit too high. Swings kind of wildly at that changeup. To check over on first. Graves to the plate this time. Gets a pop-up. Graves is going to field it himself. 2 away with the runner on first. And here's Telemaco, who struck out in his first at-bat. Looks at strike one on the outside corner. Looks at strike two. Looks at strike three, and that will end the inning. Cubs do get another hit, so they are no longer going down in order. Our Quinton is going to lead things off in the 6th inning for the Squirrels, who still lead 1-0. Quinton drove in the only run of the game with a double. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Obviously, Zambrano's still out there, so all at-bats have been left-handed as he rolls this through the left side of the infield to go 3 for 3. There's Terry, who has struck out in both at-bats so far today. Looks at strike one. Swings and misses to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away, here is Zach. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Ground out in his last at-bat, which wouldn't be great at the moment, so he looks at strike one. Oh, he does put the ball on the ground. This looks to be tailor-made double play, and it sure is. 6-4-3. A little bit sharply hit right to shortstop, so second baseman Santana, who doesn't have the fastest turn, but he had all day to make that one. So we'll go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Stoltz is due to lead off for the Cubs. It's still a 1-0 Squirrels lead. Stoltz ground out in his first at-bat. Graves starts him off with a changeup that hits the dirt. I think it was outside as well. That one definitely outside. 2-0. Fastball fouled away down the first base side. That pitch is down and away. It's 3-1. Gets him to swing and miss at a curveball to fill the count. This one is going to get over Terry's head and out into right field for the first non-Carlos Quinton hit of the day. There's Carlos Zambrano at the plate, struck out in his first at-bat and looks at strike one here, down at the knees. I don't think Zambrano liked the call. Another called strike makes it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike three. One away, back to the top of the order. 9 strikeouts for Graves so far today, and he's got his Turris at the plate, who has struck out twice already. Hits this one, it's going to fall in for a hit out into left field. Graves could really use getting out of this inning right here, although it's only 1 out, so definitely looking for Santana to hit something on the ground as he looks at strike one. Lines this one right to Joey, so it is an out without advancing the runners. Brings Carlos Pena to the plate. Cubs still threatening. Pena looks at strike one. Oh, that one about got away. Good stop by Martinez. Fly ball into right, but pretty much right to Zach. So Graves will get out of trouble. Keep it at a 1-0 Squirrels lead as we go into the 7th inning, where Miyake will lead things off. Miyake has ground out in both at-bats. I guess I don't need to hold the controller yet. I'll have to move the microphone for the 7th inning stretch. Miyake looks at strike one. Pops this one up into shallow left. Will Quinton get there? He does. Good play. So here's Martinez. He's 0 for 2 today. Still hitting above 250, so he's, I'm sure, still fine. He's usually closer to 200 on the year. He's got a 1-1 count at the moment. That splitter's down in the dirt. Swing and a miss will make it 2-2. Called strike 3. 2 away. Here is Joey. He has singled in both at-bats so far. Looks at strike 1. Another high hop, but this one will be foul. Makes it an 0-2 count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That'll bring us to the 7th inning stretch. The Squirrels leading 1-0. The Cubs will bring Carlos Quinton to the plate after the break.
Rise and join the singer.
Change pitchers here. Graves gave us 6 shutout innings. We won't ask any more out of him, especially as we have the lead. So Jones will come in. No double switches with the bench guys in. And with that spot coming up in the batting order, I'm in the top of the 8th. This will be a 1-inning engagement for Jones, although the way it's been going today, I expect that would have been the case anyway. Carlos Quinton is 2 for 2 today, both singles. Looks at ball 1. Looks at ball 2. There's a called strike. So misses inside as well. 3-1. Gets a called strike. We got a full count. And a ground ball to Joey, who gets it to first to retire Quinton for the first time today. Here's Rongo. He is 0 for 2. Hit the ball on the ground twice. Very nearly double play each time. He just narrowly beat out the throw to first in the second at-bat. It's got an 0-2 count right now. So he fouls it away to stay alive. Popped up. Terry's waiting for it. 2 away. And that'll bring Orlando Cabrera to the plate. Struck out and flown out so far. Puts us in a line drive out to right field, and it will get over Phil's head and into the outfield. For a base hit, we get a pinch runner. Pablo Ozuna will take over at first. Telemaco at the plate. Looks at strike 1. Looks at strike 2. Swings and misses for strike 3, and that will end the 7th inning. We go into the 8th. Still a 1-0 Squirrels lead. We'll be sending Marvin up here shortly to pinch hit. All right, Ozuna will stay in and play third, and Izturis is going to scooch over to short. While we go get Marvin. Zambrano's still out there, but that pitch was a bit wild to start off the 8th inning. Curveball is called a strike. Another called strike will make it 1-2 rather. Swing and a miss, strike 3. One away, here is Phil. He's 0 for 3 today. Just the one strikeout. Looks at strike 1. Swing and a miss will make it 0 and 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away, here's Sweeney. He is also 0 for 3 today. He misses that cutter. Looks at a slider for strike 2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Quick top of the 8th. We go to the bottom half of the inning. Cubs will start off with Stoltz at the plate. It's still a 1-0 Squirrels lead. So that means it's time for Hermida to do his 8th inning setup work.
Your attention, please. Now the pitch for Indianapolis. Number 17. Hermida.
Stoltz 1 for 2 on the day. Looks at a fastball for a strike. Swings and misses at the curve. Looks at a fastball for strike 3. 1 down. Here's Zambrano, who has struck out in both at-bats so far today. Looks at strike 1. This one just misses inside. There's a 1 hopper for Sweeney, who gets it to first in plenty of time. 2 away. Here's his tourist. Did get a base hit in his last at-bat. So he looks at strike 1. That one just misses outside. This one too high. 2-1. Curveball gets a swing and a miss to make it 2-2. Another curveball, another swing and a miss. That'll end the 8th inning. We move to the 9th. Still just a 1-0 ball game. The Squirrels will start off with Quinton at the plate. Quinton is 3 for 3, a couple singles and a double. Looks at strike 1 here. Swing and a miss to make it 0-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 1 away, here's Terry, who struck out in all 3 at-bats today. Looks at strike 1. Hits this one into deep center field. There's an insurance run. Oh, no, it's not. I apologize. I thought that for sure was going to be into the batter's eye, but Stoltz makes the catch right at the wall. Yeah, my apologies. Teach me to speak before the ball lands. 2 away with the bases empty. Zambrano trying to get this complete game in, even if it, at the moment, looks like he might end up on the wrong side of it. Santana's going to lead things off for the Cubs. They need 1 run to stay alive, 2 to win it. Shibuya definitely did not have a clean inning yesterday, to say the least. See how he does today. Santana is 0 for 3 today. Pops this one up. Joey's going back, and he's not going to get there. It's going to fall in between all 3 fielders, just barely out of reach for all of them. Here comes David Ortiz to pinch hit for Carlos Pena. Nobody out, the tying run on first. He puts this over the fence. This game is over, and he is very liable to do that. Would not even be the first time he's done that to us this year. Oh, I think he tied the game last time he did that. He didn't win it. But he came in as a pinch hitter in the 9th and homered off of Shibuya. This time he just settles for a base hit out into left. Runner coming to third. Here's a throw, and it's not in time. Tying run at third. Carlos Quinton, who has, 2 hits already today? Fouls the first pitch away. The Cubs with runners on the corners and nobody out. It's looking very dicey at the moment. But Quinton is down 0-2 right now. Doesn't chase that ball down close to the dirt. I don't think it actually hit it. Hits this one to first. Throw. Oh, runner retreats. I thought they were going to throw home with it, but he retreated, and the Squirrels did get the double play. So it's up to Rongo to keep this game alive. First pitch stays outside. And this one is too low. Very good pitch to hit here, you would think. Which he does. He grounds it to short, and the Squirrels again escape with a win in Chicago. Final score, Indianapolis Squirrels 1, Chicago Cubs 0. That tying run 90 feet away, I'm surprised he didn't break for it. He probably would have been dead meat. But the Squirrels still being able to get that double play really saves Shibuya's bacon there. I think this next swing is the only scoring swing of the game. Unless they get something else in here. No, that was the scoring swing by Quinton, so I imagine he will be our player of the game. Although they might split it with Shibuya, though I'm not sure he deserved it today. But they do. Shibuya and Quinton will split your player of the game honors. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you want to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, feel very free. As mentioned at the beginning of the day, we are off tomorrow, so we will see you on Saturday in Arizona. See you then.